What's up everyone, welcome to my 5 Zen tips in under 5 minutes. Let's just get started. So my first tip is to try and find as many right click angles as you can, or 5 orb, it's Zen's secondary fire. If you're able to find those sneaky angles that allow you to get a kill before a fight, you'll be way more likely to win that team fight. And if you can consistently find and get value from unexpected 5 orb angles, then you'll be getting a significant amount of value from the Zen pick. The key with this is to try and be unexpected, but don't like flank or don't go too far behind enemy lines because you can get punished quite easily. Just try and find those sneaky angles to look for a kill. The second tip is to use Transcendence, Zen's ult, a little bit more sparingly. So what I mean by that is you can use it to live if you're in danger. You don't have to save it for those big ults. I see lots of Zen players holding their Transcendence for like Overwatch 2 and it's kind of annoying. So it's okay to use it to live if you're being dived. Don't think that it can only be used to defend against big ults like Grav, Dragon, etc. However, try and keep trans for those big ults, as one trans can usually shut down Grav and Dragon, which is high value from Zen. And as a side note, if you have a Mercy, it's actually okay to die with your trans as long as you're confident the Mercy can res you and she has it available. Because if you can die, come back with trans, then you can use your trans for the big like Grav, Dragon ults or whatever, as opposed to using your trans to live and then you don't have that ult for that fight. My third tip is to use your primary fire more. Lots of Zens always just like hold right click, which is his volley of orbs. Zen's left click or his like primary fire actually has a higher damage per second. It has a higher DPS than his right click. So it's really good for consistent pressure and it's great for spamming shields and other objects like turrets. Applying pressure as Zen is super important as well because consistently landing those left clicks will help you build your ult faster, put in a bit more damage, and it just generally applies more pressure to the other team's support line to try and keep their team healed. My fourth tip is about when you get flanked as Zen, which is super common, so try and get used to it. First of all is just try not to panic, just like, you know, stay calm, it's fine, it happens all the time. And the main tip here is to not hold your right click for when you're being dived. So, for example, if a Tracer or Genji dives you as a Zen, charging your right click is super predictable and the Tracer or Genji will just be able to read your animation and dodge your entire 5 orb. Instead, what you want to do is apply consistent pressure with your primary fire and bait cooldowns such as recall and deflect. Don't get me wrong, using your right click is really good if you can anticipate a Tracer or a Genji diving to you, so you can get that damage out, and sometimes you can kill a Tracer before she even like realizes where you are with the 5 orbs. But yeah, just try and make sure you're not right clicking like into a Genji deflect and you're just applying more consistent pressure with your left click. And it also helps to discord the target when they dive you because it's a bit jarring for them. And my last tip is super important. Please discord tanks. It's pretty simple. Especially as of the current experimental patch, Zen's discord will be going from 30% damage buff to 25%. So it is a little bit of a nerf, but it's still super important after this patch to discord tanks, so it lets your team focus them down quickly. And if a tank goes down, then you're much more likely to win a fight. As a side note, try not to spam discord on every target you see, or like switch it around too much. So for example, it's much better to keep one target discorded for 5 seconds as opposed to discording 5 targets for 1 second each. Communication is also super key with Zen, so try and call out who is discorded to help your team focus them down. Okay, and one more bonus tip I want to just throw in here. You can actually shoot all 5 of Zen's orbs as soon as you see the 5th orb appear at the top of your screen. You don't have to wait for the animation to actually finish. So if you desperately need to get those 5 orbs out as soon as possible, you can just animation cancel it. And also 3 or 4 orbs is also fine to shoot out. You don't always have to shoot 5. So that was a super quick 5 or 6, I guess, Zen tips video. I hope it's helpful. Zen is still super strong after this patch. And yeah, I hope you guys can take these tips, apply them to your gameplay and improve. If you want more educational videos like this, feel free to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comment section below is your place. Or you can say hi on my stream at twitch.tv/I'mLunar if you want to check that out as well. So appreciate you guys watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.